Super Real Limited Partnership, SRLP, actually Sprague. They deal in a lot of different materials. They deal with refined petroleum products and natural gas. They also are dealing with and storing a lot of different materials for other companies. They're out of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, a place called Portsmouth, New Hampshire. They have a limited partnership, so it's like the other stock. It's not stock. I covered the limited partnership. Like every little share makes you a limited partner for reasons of taxes, I would imagine, instead of stock. So they have a $1.11 earnings per share. They have a 0.93 beta. Their dividend yield is 12.14%. So every $100 in the course of a year, look at $12.14 as of yesterday's close, as of today's close, rather. So the other thing is Portsmouth, New Hampshire I'm familiar with New Hampshire. Portsmouth is, I believe, mid-state, halfway up the state, or close to Concord. I'm not sure. They have like I said, they were dealing in liquid natural gas and refined petroleum products. It's a limited partnership, so every person can get, and every person that has one share is considered a partner. A limited partnership. It's similar to stock, but it's not stock, as was covered in another video. So looking at their dividend of 12.14, it's 1% a month, but they're quarterly, and it was 0.668, I believe. It's 0.688 every quarter. So it's a decent dividend. It's around $22, $23. I believe it was. I think it closed at $22.49. All you have to do is Google. You Google the letters that are in front, SRLP, and then you put DIVHIST, div history, and then when NASDAQ comes up, you hit that, and it will show you that they've been increasing dividends since they've been in operation. I looked over it. It seems like they're trying to increase dividends as much as they can. It was lower many quarters ago, so go to that page, look it up, and see for yourself. It's a decent stock. If it's continually to increase the dividend, and you buy it when it's right now at 12, and the value of, and they get more contracts, it doesn't mean that they will increase the dividend. At 12%, it's a pretty good dividend, because then, so it's every 3 months that they'll give you 3%, 3 point something percent on your money. So you put $10 in, look to get $3 back in dividends. That's the way to look at it. So if you buy 100 shares, that's good. If you at $22 a share, $23 a share, whatever it is, you have to look online to find out what it is. Then you're going to get your 668.66. So you buy 10, if you bought 10 shares, that's $6.68. Yeah, $6.68, which is a decent yield for 10 shares. And then 3 months later, as long as they continue to keep the dividend up, you're doing pretty good on your money. Then the dividends from that stock can either keep buying of that stock, or you could be doing the parlay like I told you. How to parlay your dividends is to buy stock that just goes close to the X date. And then when you get the dividend from that, if it's a monthly, that's good. If you get the dividend, anytime you get dividends from monthlies, you wait until close to the X date to buy some more Sprague, and you're doing well. Because as soon as it pays, then you use that dividend to buy another stock. If you put it back in, it's not so bad. If you decide to just reinvest the dividends because you want to put it on autopilot, then you're going to double your money in less than 10 years. Your shares at that rate, provided that the shares don't skyrocket. And if they do skyrocket, this particular stock has a tenacity of increasing the dividends anyway. So it looks like I own this stock. If you have a financial advisor, talk to your financial advisor and ask him or her, whoever it is, what they believe about this stock. I've analyzed this stock being lower than 1 beta, which I prefer. A positive earnings per share is always impressive to me. To me, I like to see a positive earnings per share. The beta is good to me. The earnings per share is good to me. You need to look at if you want to buy this stock. The beta, to me, the yield is 12.14%. So every $100 would come out with about $12.14. But it's not exactly that way. You have to look at the share, how many shares you have, okay? And then it will balance out to be 12.14%. You buy 10 shares if you want, $22 a share, $23 a share, $230. That's not bad. But quarterly, you'll be getting money. And then with that money, I got to talk about parlaying or compounding your dividends. We need to cover that in another video a little bit better. The next one might be about another limited partnership. I'm deciding whether I want to do something about all the different criteria that I look at to think that a stock is a good stock or a bad stock. Or I might be dealing with another stock that's from Aberdeen, Scotland. That was a good stock to me. It's not as good as Sprague to me because their yield is 11 point something % right now, and the yield is king. Everything else being equal, the yield is king to me. If something else has a higher yield and everything else is the same, I look at that. If it's got a decent beta, if it's got decent earnings per share, as long as they continue to pay the dividend based on the fact that they're making enough money. Is this stock going to continue to make money? I believe so. They have a good place in New Hampshire, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I'm familiar. My sister is familiar with Portsmouth. A lot of people, well, if you were born in the state of New Hampshire or you lived in Massachusetts or Vermont or anywhere in New England like Maine or maybe Connecticut or Rhode Island, you might have known about Portsmouth, New Hampshire. They have very little taxes in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. In New Hampshire, they don't have what they call a sales tax for everything. But in the meantime, I think that it's a solid stock. In my opinion, I like it. I own it. You may not like it. You may not wish to own it. You might not want to have 12.14% dividend. You may think that they can't maintain it. It looks like they'll be able to maintain it, and I'm hopeful they'll be able to maintain it. At this point, I own it. Will the stock price increase? It might. Okay? If it does, and you sell it, then you have to pay the capital gain. So, SRLP, a good stock to me. Peace out. Live long and prosper. Have a jolly good day. God bless America.